This is the TYLT RUGGD for the iPhone 5C. Hi, Dan from Your Diary, and today we're going to take a quick look at TYLT's RUGGD for the iPhone 5C. This case comes in either black or in lime, and it has an MSRP of $34.99. In the box you get the case and a little paperwork, and that's about it. So I have already put my wife's iPhone 5C into the case, and I thought we would take a look at what it has to offer. Let's start here on the front of the phone. On the front of the phone, you see that there is this nice soft material that actually lines the entire interior of the case, and it does rise up over the iPhone screen so that it holds the iPhone in place, does give bump protection, and it also gives a good deal of lay on the table protection. The nice thing is that it doesn't get in the way of actually accessing the screen when you're touching it, so that's a really, really good thing. Here on the bottom, you've got three different areas. You've got the speaker, you've got the lightning connector, and then you've got the 3.5mm headphone jack and microphone. And because it's divided into three, you don't get any really long runs of the thinner material right here. And this happens to be the most vulnerable spot on any case like this. Really smart design. Coming over here to the side, what you'll see is that the softer material that has impact resistance is along the entire side, and here in the corners it's actually raised up. If you drop your phone even a little tiny distance and it hits the corner, it's not uncommon for the screen to break. So having this bump protection and shock absorbency here is a really, really smart thing. Over here you've got the volume down and volume up, and you've got the mute toggle, accessible but a little bit recessed. And then you've got the same protection on this corner with these raised pieces there. The sleep awake button is covered but totally accessible and works just fine, and obviously there's nothing on this side of the case. Going to the back of the case, you see that you get the TYLT name/logo right here, and you see that this material extends here as well, so that when you place the phone down, you're actually not placing it on the black part of the case, but on basically what amount to being legs, even though they're tiny ones. Here you have the flash, the microphone, and the camera accessible, so that everything should work just fine, and you can have full access to your iPhone 5C's microphone, flash, and camera. Let's pop the phone out of the case and let's take a look at the interior, because that's also an interesting design feature of this particular case. So the company describes this case as being structurally and aesthetically designed for the active user. To accomplish the shock absorbency, they've got a hard layer on the outside, but then you've got this energy absorbing interior layer. And you can actually see that it has raised pieces here so that there is little shock absorbers all throughout the interior of the case, in the same way that you have it on the corners. I do get the sense that this case will absorb a lot of shock. It is not the most rugged case that we've seen, but it's also not a thin shell. It does give corner protection, bump protection, interior shock protection, and lay on the table protection. This is TYLT's RUGGD for the iPhone 5C. It has an MSRP of $34.99. We'll have links to the product page both in the notes on the video and on the full write-up over on GearDiary.com. This is Dan for Gear Diary. Thanks very much for watching.